Really? Children. It is time for Coach Ryan's Corner. I'm Ryan Hall, and as you can clearly see, we are not in a corner of any kind. I like to keep you on your toes. Today's corner is something that I'm quite passionate about, I have to say. Today's corner is about gifts. Now, I'm not talking about the type of gift that you just give on the holidays or for a birthday or for whatever reason. I'm talking about a more important gift than that. I'm talking about the gift of yourself. What do you bring that is unique? What do you bring that is specifically you? I was inspired to ask this question from, a couple people who have been in the news. The first person I wanted to talk about today was Bryan Danielson. Now, if you don't know that name, but know the name Daniel Bryan from WWE, same guy. Bryan had to retire from in-ring activity at a pretty young age, at the age of 35. This was due to really an accumulation of injuries that he suffered over the course of his career. But I think the reason why he was able to connect with fans as well as he did was because he was just a regular guy. He never had that big bodybuilder type physique like a Hulk Hogan or John Cena type. But he had this natural charisma, this everyman charm that he was able to use to connect with the fans. But injuries in service of giving the world his gift cost him. Another person who became unable to share his gift with the world was the late Maurice White. Maurice White was the founder, the leader, really the spiritual backbone of the legendary rock and roll band Earth, Wind & Fire. Now, Maurice passed away last week at the age of 74. A nice run to be sure, but the last 20 years or so of his life was marred by the fact that he could not perform anymore because of the Parkinson's disease that he had. He continued performing with Earth, Wind & Fire regularly up through the mid-90s, I believe about 93, 94, something like that. Of course, eventually had to give it up because of the disease. But even on those later performances he gave, the energy just wasn't there. Really, circumstances outside of his control robbed him of his ability to share his gift. Why am I speaking of these two guys, these two totally different guys? And how does this relate to you? Well, for that matter, how does this relate to me? Because this is all about me, right? I am Coach Ryan. Everyone has a gift. Everyone was born with an ability to do something. Everyone has a gift. Everyone has a gift. But far too often, people give up on those gifts because it doesn't really fit in with their perceived life plan. It doesn't really fit in with the order of life. I believe it is every person's responsibility. It is every person's right to share their gift with the world. So often, I don't think people really understand what their gift is. Take, for instance, the lead character in the absolutely brilliant Lego movie. He was just a mindless builder. He was just a mindless drone. But that was before he discovered his gift. And, it saved the world. I'm going to ask you 4 simple questions. And these are in no particular order, but these, I believe, can help you figure out what your gift is. First question, what do you enjoy doing? The next question builds on that one. What brings you joy? The next question I want to ask is simply, what do you do well? In my last question, but again, this is no particular order, but my last question is this. What do you miss when you are not doing it? Yes, I know it's vague. Stop looking at me like that. I believe those 4 questions can go a long way in helping you figure out what your gift is and really just what you can do to help spread that gift to the world. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you want to work with me, there's a link in the description to my website, team-ryan.team. Just click on the Team Ryan Coaching tab, fill out the contact form, or just shoot me an email. That's ryan@team-ryan.team, or as you can clearly see at the bottom of the screen there. Or if you have any questions or comments about these videos, if there's a topic you want me to discuss in a future video, I'd love to hear from you.